The governors of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, cannot seem to agree on a national convention date for the party to elect a new set of party executives. Nor can they agree on the choice of a consensus candidate as national chairman of the party. Despite speculation yesterday that a former Nasarawa governor, Abdullahi Adamu, may be handpicked as the party's next chairman, concerns remain that the leadership of the APC is considering the postponement of its national convention to March. As things stand, some governors of the party are pushing for the retention of the earlier scheduled February 26th date for the convention and for the selection of a consensus candidate to superintend the APC. However, another set of governors want the convention postponed, and for the Mai Mala Buni-led Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee to remain in office. A third group, on the other hand, remains undecided on any of the options that have been tabled. Now, joining us from Abuja to discuss the discordant tunes coming from the APC on its national convention date and the choice of new party chairman is Saliu Mustapha, a chairmanship aspirant of the APC and former deputy national chairman of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC. Good morning, Mustapha, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Dr. Ruben.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, we're discussing the APC convention. Are you optimistic that that convention will still go ahead on February 26th? And do you share the view that this is a sign of the APC imploding? All the forces, the tendencies, the factions that made up the party in 2014 are now fighting for dominance. Is that what the issue is here, beyond all that talk about, oh, this is a family affair?
Well, good morning, Dr. Ruben, and good morning, viewers. First and foremost, I'm here to reassure the public and the electorate that everything in APC is going well as planned. And we will wait till we get official communication. I don't want us to strive on speculation. Of course, this is politics. The opposition will even sometimes throw up some of these speculations just to destabilize our party. But like I said earlier, I'm here to reassure everybody and also the teaming supporters of APC. As a major player, as a stakeholder, and a critical stakeholder for that matter, that for now we don't have anything to go contrary to what has been suggested before. Convention is coming up on the 26th and it's work in progress. Even if for any reason it doesn't come up on 26th, it's going to be something that we will all agree on with, genuine facts that will probably convince people why not. So I don't want us to strive on speculations that the opposition will be dancing to. And I can assure you, as a family, we are intact and we'll come out very victorious and united at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. But no, there's a part of the question that you have not addressed about this tension among the various factions that came together, the various groups that came together to form the APC. Is there an issue among the various units, CPC versus ACN, ACN versus New PDP, AMPP also there, all those tendencies, I may not be exact in describing them.
Well, as one of those who led the legacy parties into the merger, I can assure you we've long forgotten about that. We see ourselves as one family, as APC family. In fact, I can't remember when anybody last brought up the issue of I belong to this tendency. Of course, naturally, we all came from somewhere, and the history is there. But we are looking more as a family. We are looking forward to future victories. So it's a natural fact that we all share certain origin, but that does not stop us from coming together and act as a family. So I can assure you all these are speculations. just wait for the official communication, and then you will either prove me wrong or right.
So 2 questions. Is the National Convention holding on February 26th or not? Secondly, what is your reaction to news reports that a consensus candidate in the person of Abdullahi Adamu, former governor and senator from Nasarawa State, is the person to emerge as a consensus candidate?
Well, like I earlier stated, for now, convention will hold on 26th, pending when we will get contrary directives or information from the official channel. And on the issue of Senator Abdullahi Adamu, His Excellency, the chairman of the Reconciliation Committee, there is no official communication. And those of us contesting as aspirants, we've not sat together to endorse the consensusship of any candidate. So it is free for anybody that aspires to vie for this position. Same way I'm also vying for this position. I can also tell you that I might likely be the consensus candidate due to some reasons or some values I think I'm bringing on board. So I don't want you to rely or strive so much on speculation. As journalists, try and do your investigative journalism very well, or you wait for the right communication from the official channel so that the people will be well informed.
Well, that's why you're here, to set the record straight. Dr. Abati?
Well, Turaki...
And which I've just told you that let's wait for the official communication from the official channel.
Okay, Turaki, when you talk about official communication, we have 2 issues on the table. One, we were told that Governor Fayemi and other governors met with the president before he traveled for the EU summit in Europe, but that the president did not give any commitment with regard to zoning or with regard to consensus. So what gives you the confidence that you stand a very good chance? There are 12 candidates out there in the field. What we've been told so far with regard to official communication is that the only thing the president asked for was a list of the 12 candidates who are interested in the position. So 2 big issues in the APC with regard to the convention, zoning and consensus. Is there something you know that we do not know that gives you the confidence that you are likely to emerge as the chairman of the APC?
Well, like you said, he asked for a list, which I'm also just hearing. I have prepared myself. If it comes down to the elective convention, I'm ready for it. And I'm also appealing and also soliciting the support and endorsement of every stakeholder that matters, that if it comes to the consensusship, I should be given that opportunity, because it is, for me, a call to serve. And I'll be bringing up a lot of benefits and values for the party. So that is the confidence, or that is where I'm deriving my confidence from, that it is a call to serve and I have a lot to offer the party.
Right. You've just said that there's no schism along the lines of, legacy party lines. But what about these reports about first-term governors holding one position and second-term governors holding the diametrically opposed position? Is there tension along those lines?
Well, you see, sometimes you must give and take in a political arrangement. There's bound to be negotiation, and in most cases, these are not disagreement. These are negotiations on how to bring the party out in a better and situated form. The most important thing is strategizing on how you win your general election. So if for us in APC, some of these debates and arguments will take place, the most important thing is how does it bring out the party? Do we come out more unified? And do we come out more strategically positioned for the general election? So I don't see it as disagreement. I see it as, I see it as an opportunity of cross-fertilization of ideas on how to position the party better so as to be able to deliver on our promises.
Well, you talked about the Former Governor Abdullahi Adamu Reconciliation Committee. And in many parts of the country, from Ogun to Osun to Kano, almost everywhere, that committee had problems, issues, reconciling factions within the party. Do you think, beyond the convention, that the APC is really prepared for the 2023 general election? Or the APC, given the problems of internal democracy that we have seen within the party, the most dramatic one likely to play out tomorrow in Osun State, gubernatorial primaries, do you think that the APC is really serious about the 2023 general elections?
Well, Dr. Ruben, we are more than serious because for certain reasons, the APC will want to continue in office so as to sustain the gains and legacy of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. And I can assure you that His Excellency Senator Abdullahi Adamu's committee has achieved tremendous success in its reconciliation effort. Just wait for the official report of the reconciliation committee. So sometimes all these speculations about there are a lot of factions and crises. From my last count, the reconciliation committee has not brought out an official report on what they have achieved and what they have not achieved. But as an insider, I can assure you that they've achieved tremendous success, 85 to 90%. In every political family, there's bound to be arguments of, who is right and who is not right. That is why it's a political movement. And the most important thing is to have the necessary mechanism to be able to continue reconciliation and always consult. Consultation is key. And these are some of the reasons why I have also put myself forward to vie for this position, because I believe I have that skills of consulting a lot, reconciling, and giving people a sense of belonging, which is very key and important in every political movement. So for me, in APC, we are good to go. I don't think the opposition will be able to stand APC in the next general election. I can assure you that.
I'd like your reaction to the latest development in the APC Kano saga, with the G7 faction led by Shekarau losing to the Ganduje faction at the Court of Appeal, with the Court of Appeal ruling that it's an internal party dispute. The APC World Congress dispute belongs to the Caretaker Committee to sort out and not in the courts. What's your reaction to that, and what would you like to see going forward? Because it's been reported that the Ganduje faction has offered an olive branch to the Shekarau faction.
You see, that is one of the things I would really want to make sure I address if given the opportunity to be the national chairman, where issues concerning the party must be exhausted through the party internal mechanism before we go out to the court of law. Because sometimes as politicians, we invite the judiciary into our space. And when we invite them, they give certain rulings that might not be palatable to all of us in the system. And you see, in political administration or political environment, the legal way does not really solve issues. The political way solves issues better, where it gives everybody a win-win situation. And that is what I would want us to look forward in addressing issues like this next time. Of course, it's an ongoing reconciliation, and from what the courts have done now, the appeal has given the governor the executive or an upper hand against the other group. For me, it's about coming back home, sitting down as brothers in the same family, and looking at the bigger picture so that we can continue to deliver on our mandate in the state. So for me, this is something that, if given the opportunity, will be resolved very easily. Political solutions sometimes are the best approach to crisis in the party. When you go legal, then it becomes a winner takes all. So I also appreciate the Governor Ganduje's position of giving the other group the olive branch of reconciling, because at one time we were all together campaigning against the opposition. So why should we now, at the junction, separate our ways? We must see ourselves as the same family and continue to forge ahead in unity.
Okay. How much progress has the party made with regard to zoning of the chairmanship of the party? There have been reports in the newspapers to the effect that efforts have been made to zone the chairmanship of the party to the North Central. And in that North Central, we have like 2 persons from Niger State, 2 persons from Nasarawa State, your good self from Kwara State, and then former Governor George Akume, Senator Akume from Benue State, and all of that. Now, how much progress? Is it confirmed that the next chairman of the party will come from the North Central? And how do you think you stand, compared to some of these people? Some of them are former governors. Even Abdullahi Adamu's name is mentioned. He's a former governor. George Akume is a former governor. And how do you think you rate compared to these people? And if the governorship candidate comes from the North Central, and as you have seen, all the 12 candidates are from the North, is it certain that in your party, the presidency in 2023 will be zoned to the south of Nigeria?
Well, Dr. Ruben, I'm sure as a student of history and of political history of that matter, which some of us sometimes learn from your wisdom, you will know that anything that has to do with zoning is always an internal party strategy on how best to situate itself for the vote. If giving this chairmanship to North Central will automatically zone the presidency to other zones, either south or north, the most important thing is we calculate on where the votes are coming from and who can really bring the votes for us. So for me, I want us to accept that this is a internal party strategy on how the votes will count. So if tomorrow we sit down as a party and we look at where our votes are coming and where the numbers will be given to us, and we decide that it's being zoned to North Central, I will be the happiest because I come from that North Central. And I will also continue to, show more interest in it. And for my position, or what am I, or how do I rate myself in this contest? Like I always say, it is a contest to serve, not a contest of titles. So it's not about the intimidation I will face by former governors or former senators or serving senators. No. It's about a call to serve. And for me, I have a lot to offer. As a bridge builder, as somebody who has also learned a lot in this political journey so far, I think I have so much to give to the party, and also to give some of the values I've learned from our leaders, especially the president. I've been in this journey for quite some years now. I think I've been one of his political tutelage who have learned a lot from his style of leadership. And as a younger generation person who probably is in the middle of the both demography, anybody that wants to take political victory serious in Nigeria today will consider the younger ones. And you can hear from the president's last statement on the youth. He said it's an opportunity now to mentor the youth and to give the youth opportunity to also have a longer process in the political and the governance system in Nigeria. So if I'm putting myself forward today, I'm sure I'll be able to help the party to harness that 80% vote, which statistics has proven that it belongs to the younger generation. I also want to see that I lead a party as a team leader that will instill discipline, bring about or promote party discipline and also party supremacy. And more importantly, encourage the party to create or to have an institute like the Progressive Institute of Nigeria, where we will be able to breed ideas, groom younger ones, and be able to have a proper ideology for the party, and also set some certain standards within our party system, so that those who represent the party in, be it governance, in the legislature, will now see themselves as competitors, so that you bring out the best, and we're able to train and also be able to guide them on what we expect of them, the irreducible minimum we want from every member representing APC. So there are a lot one has to bring on board. So that's why I see myself as somebody who is offering himself to serve, not just to go and contest for titles.
Well, thank you very much, Turaki of Ilorin, for joining us on the morning show. We wish you all the best with your ambition to become the next chairman of the All Progressives Congress. But you can be sure we will, at this end, keep a watching brief on developments within your party. Thank you very much indeed.